What's up, everybody? It's me, Michael Magneto 7 Crawford, and I'm here to invite you to get my book, Playbook to Production, Volume 1. This book discusses the fundamentals of how to become a music producer in today's industry. It covers things like how to monetize your music, how to stand out amongst the crowd, even how to pick the proper gear. If you want to be serious about becoming a music producer today, cop that book. Peace.
NEDO.
What's going on, sir?
Justin, what up, boy?
10,000. You wasn't playing no games.
I told you.
10,000.
I told you.
You came in like I won some money. What did I win? What did I win? What you got for me? I'm here for it.
Listen, bro. Listen. First off, I'm introducing you, all y'all in the MAD Lucrative universe. This is Justin Dorsey, aka Will Whoop Yo Beep, aka the dopest ever. So, bro, how you feeling this morning, man? How you feeling this morning?
I'm doing good. It's always a blessing to see another day.
Right.
Always a blessing to see another day.
So, of course, I don't know if you. I haven't met you directly.
No, indirectly.
Indirectly. My wife.
Indirectly, we go way back.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah.
Enlighten me.
No. We met 45 seconds ago. That's way back. What you talking about?
I like that. But bro, so my wife sent me your page, and first I was like, man, who's she looking at, man? But no, like she know how I am. Like I love seeing us in
different spaces.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I wanted to highlight it, so I was like, yeah, we got to get him on the pod. So tell everybody who Justin Dorsey is, man.
Oh man, that's a sound like a question from my therapist. So Justin Dorsey, I am a son, man of God, soon to be husband, MMA fighter, former musician. What else we want to go with? Brother, friend, low-key aspiring therapist, relationship coach, whatever you want to put on it.
I like that. So I see you in Carolina now. You from New York originally.
That is correct. I've been here now 15, 17 years.
Oh, yes.
Time be flying.
So, yeah, you're a Carolinian at this point.
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. What? Okay, before we go into the profession, how do you like Carolina? Where is it on the chart?
So, I mean, I love it here. I had the option when I moved down here. I moved with my family. I was still in school, like high school age, and about at the age of 22-ish is when my parents got a opportunity to go teach overseas, and so they went and moved with my sisters over there. And I could have went with them. They actually moved to Dubai at the time, and I could have went with them, but I chose to stay here because I loved it so much, and I was heavily invested in doing music at the time and all that stuff. And this is where I had my roots. So down is where my network was, all of that stuff. And so I like it that much.
Sweet. So, because of course, we're musicians too. Right now, I'm kind of in between a love-hate relationship.
I understand.
So,
I understand.
So when you got into the MA fighting, did it start as like a therapeutic release?
It started as I don't like the way I look right now anymore. We need to do something about it. I got into my car. Like I've always had an athletic shape. Like even I wasn't always like in organized sports, but I always like worked out. I was in some type of shape, weight training, all that different type of stuff. And I was coming out of a relationship or at the end of a relationship and had that happy relationship weight. And I got into the car one day and I felt my sides just scrunched up in there the way they hadn't scrunched up before. And I was like, oh, this is out of order.
Yeah,
We gotta make a change. And so I started doing early morning workouts with a homeboy of mine who does personal training, and he just needed a partner to work out with. So we started getting up at like 5 in the morning, working out every day. And I started hitting this MMA gym because I was like, it's either gonna be that or a boxing gym, because what's not fun is just picking up weights and putting them down. That's boring. I've tried it better before. I'm just not gonna keep doing it. And so I just knew it would be something interesting to do and get a little self-defense. Had no intention of ever punching somebody in the face or getting punched in the face.
Okay.
And so it just, after doing it for a while and, studying, I really fell in love with it. And then once I became passionate about learning more and getting better at it, then eventually I was like, all right, I want to see what I can do. So.
Okay. So how long have you been in actually competing now?
In total, I have been training almost 4 years, I believe. Sometimes I'm bad with the numbers, but I believe this is somewhere around July or so. We'll make it 4 years. I started competing, like I think I did my first jiu-jitsu tournament maybe like 8 months into it. And so from there, I've been pretty serious about it since then.
Man, I love that, man. So, okay. All right. How old are you?
I am 32.
Okay, so you're in your 30s. Good.
Mm-hmm.
So well, you ain't felt it all the way yet. You. So, I have reached, I would say, my supreme dieselness, regal dieselness. This was about 10 years ago now. About 10 years ago.
Okay.
But before that, I was like 285. 285 and 5'8". 5'8", 285. Yeah. So 10 years before that, I lost all of that weight, and of course you try to reason with yourself. But I think I didn't creep back up like 230. So,
okay.
But the thing is, after being married for 10 years, almost 11 now.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Glad to see it.
And 2 kids and 3 businesses.
I bet they'll put weight on you too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, I'm kind of like you. I felt the meat pack on the side, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta do something about this. But my do something about this as a dad, as a business owner, and multiple businesses, multiple people.
There you go. I was going to say, get it right. Don't disrespect yourself now.
What kind of, I guess, start could you recommend? Because right now, like me and Shmi had that talk. What was this last? This is probably Wednesday, Tuesday. I was like, yo, like I actually love working out. Like I like I like the feel. I like the results. I like how my clothes and stuff fit. Like when I got there, I'm good. But it's just like, yo, out of what? I'm gonna say 4 or 5 hours of sleep.
That part. Yeah. So you already know, because as somebody that is, you are managing multiple things. You are a husband. You are a father. You're a business owner, multiple businesses.
Yeah.
If anybody was to ask you, well, I want to start this business or whatever, but I work so much and I got to do all these things and I just don't have no time. The same thing you're going to sit there and say to them. Hey, we all got the same 24 hours in a day, and it is time management and about finding, where you can put that in your schedule, even if it's not, I'm doing, on average 3 to 4 hours a day in the gym. Everybody's not. I'm also not a pro athlete, and so if yours is 30 minutes every other day or something like that. You able to squeeze it in twice a week for a quick 30. You make them 20, 30 minutes count, and you just be consistent about it. That's the biggest thing, is just being able to be consistent. And then, sometimes it's changing eating habits. Less/no stops at fast food stop spots.
Yeah.
Making your meals. If you're gonna be in the office or in the studio all day, you're gonna be ripping and running. You gonna have to make you some food.
Right.
So you don't have to stop and pick it up. It's gonna be there with you.
Right.
Cut out these sodas.
Yeah.
Cut out juices.
Yeah.
Drink some water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing complicated, but it's just a commitment on making a change, because just like you achieved that goal of dropping all those pounds, and then they started creeping back on you. It does have to be a lifestyle. It can't just be, I'm gonna stop doing this for X amount of time. Okay, you're gonna lose weight for X amount of time, and then it's gonna come right back.
You ain't lying, boy. You ain't lying. And the funny thing is, because I got another trainer from back home. He came down and we did like a big old social media run, and this was January. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna talk," because I'm a big talker, bro. I love to go back and forth with people.
I couldn't tell. I didn't get that at all. That's wild.
But the crazy thing is, like, in person, I'm mad chill. Like, it's you might get 3 words out of me.
I can definitely understand. It just depends on the conversation and what you had to do that day.
Exactly. So at the beginning of the year, I was like, yo, for all the Mad Lucrative family, all the listeners, we ain't gonna be no suckers. We're not doing New Year's resolutions this year. We're not doing it. So
Talking big crack, cash crazy.
So
talking cash crazy.
But bro, I'm gonna tell you. Now on the eating, I've been decent. I can't lie. I've been good. Like I hit smoothies for lunch. If ain't a smoothie, it'd be like some salad, right? Egg white grill, cup of coffee for breakfast. And then what kills me is the commute, because I don't know if you know about Atlanta, but bruh, it's an hour.
Too many people. I don't want to be nowhere where I got to deal with traffic. That's another thing. I'm like, why are these people on the road at one time, and why is nobody pushing on the gas?
Right.
I hate it.
So what I had going on now is I'm saying, okay, I know we're about to approach hot girl summer, hot boy summer, and I know the New Year's resolution people is done. It's
out there now. Yeah, no, that's out the window.
Yeah,
that's been done for 2 months.
So what could you tell somebody that they could start doing now to get ready for, let's say, July or August?
Again, finding something that you can do where you can be consistent, and also, if possible, find somebody to go in with it on, because if you're doing something by yourself and you slip up, it's real easy to just go slip up, and ain't nobody gonna hold you accountable. You got a partner in it that's doing it with you. Y'all can keep each other accountable, and they, of course, they got apps, they got programs and different things like that, but just simple things, cutting out them juices and them sodas. Less fast food. Make your food. What's another one that people you were talking about? Coffee. I just had me some. But my coffee, it was not black coffee. It has a good amount of cream in it. It definitely has some sugar up in there. That wasn't just straight coffee. That's calories. All that stuff is calories.
That's what I was gonna ask you. It's okay. So when it comes to, and look, this ain't even a full. I wasn't even gonna ask these questions. Just stuff I was
this is a personal. Hey, I'm gonna get it. Hey, brother. Talk to me about what I got to do to get like that.
Exactly. So on one of my screenshots, I know it's not my desktop. It's one of my saved screens. I was like, yo, I'm a Terry Crews, and because I know the work ethic, bro. I had 4 packs. I had 4 of them. I had 4 of the joints.
Come on, 4.
But to get that 4, I think I cut down to 190,
Okay, yeah,
And then I like a
yeah.
crackhead. I like a crackhead. So I ain't want that.
It's funny. It is so that is what is that? The body dysmorphia. It is also weird when your body starts changing. Like even for me, like I was about 209 or something like that right this morning.
Mhm.
What I really should be is like at 200 at the most. We're probably just slightly under that.
Okay.
But uh, right around this range is my comfortable body weight in terms of like image wise. I'm like, this
Mhm.
is this is probably about what I like
Yeah.
when I am fighting and to make or getting ready to make 170 pounds for for a weight cut or getting
Yeah.
ready to cut down to 170. When I'm closer to that,
Uh-huh.
I be feeling like I look like I've been on an island somewhere starving and I'm ripped up. But to me, I'm like, dang, I look hungry. And then God forbid after the weight cut, when I make weight, I'm like somebody gonna throw a quarter in my cup because to me I look ridiculous. Other people is just like, oh man, he's ripped up. I'm like, bro, I look like what's Al, not Al Roker, what's Al Sharpton.
Al
It's just
Sharpton.
with the head just swollen and body just
Yeah,
shriveled.
yeah,
Looking like a lollipop.
yeah. So
But
yeah,
that is also image and being comfortable with it. You gotta you have to choose how you want to look. What's the comfort? I
right.
would never. I had always dreamed of like, oh man, I want to be ripped up one day and be in shape. I would never work out as hard or as many hours as I do if I was not getting in the cage about to fight another grown man. Never
Really?
would I ever. Never would I ever. The only
Wow.
reason I ever achieved the amount of in shapeness I did is because I went my goals were beyond superficial.
Uh-huh.
And so because of that, it required me to, push past what I ever would have. Wouldn't have never made it this
Interesting.
this shape whatsoever.
Interesting. S-
And so that was motivation. For somebody else, it might be different.
Right,
You
right.
want it bad enough that you'll do that and give up. I am not a nutritionist, but my diet has been set so stringent in the past that I I get at most like 12 grams of condiment in my meal for the day, which I don't know if you know how much 12 grams, that's just a couple of drops of ketchup. It ain't nothing. It's
12.
not even worth pouring on. It's not even worth pouring on it. So
That's
that
it.
that's the level of stringent my diet got to with the amount of oil, the amount of protein, the amount of rice, or the amount of vegetables was measured. I got 3 tablespoons of oil to cook with for my dinner or my
Wow.
lunch is about 10, whatever the case is. Everything measured.
So you measure okay, this was going on too.
Mhm,
So my co-host, which is a
mhm.
Caucasian man,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
and he's I think he what
From the
20
Caucasus, from
right.
the Caucasus Mountains.
I think he 2024. But
Okay.
I'm with him every day, like between properties and my 9 to 5 and pod, and like we always be around each other. So
hmm
when I get like say I go to Chick-fil-A and I get a salad, right?
hmm
Or
hmm
no, not even Chick-fil-A. Let's say I'm about to get some peanuts.
Okay.
He been like as of I'm gonna say the past month or so, he'll look at the back and be like, oh man, they got vegetable oil, man. I can't eat that. I was like, vegetable oil?
Hilarious.
And then he'll be like, oh no, I got canola oil. I can't eat. I was like, but it's peanuts. So
Hilarious. Yeah,
do
I mean, I don't use it. I don't use vegetable oil most of the time. It's definitely worse oil than like if I'm cooking, I'm using like olive oil, grapeseed oil, or something, lighter. But
uh,
I mean, I get it. Again, I am not a nutritionist, but you definitely can look at it and see the difference in the amount of calories that something has over the other. Just because something's a small snack, like your salad from Chick-fil-A,
mm-hmm.
that salad still could be running you a lot more calories than you think, just because of whatever kind of crazy dressing you put on there and
Right.
just how much. But let me get 2 more of those dressings.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That might be an LB right there in the morning. That might be an extra.
That's cool, man. So, okay, going into the fighting side of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna take up too much of your time. I promise you I ain't. But so what kind of prep do you have to do before getting into a fight? Between mentally, I know you already said a little bit of the physical as far as cutting
Mm-hmm.
weight, but like,
Just a little bit.
what kind of
A
zone do
little
you
bit of
have
the
to get
physical.
into? Okay.
So it's funny that you mentioned the mental first. Honestly, I feel like that's probably the most underrated portion from non-fighters. That would probably be the most underrated aspect, but probably the most serious one. And I have this conversation fairly regularly and talking about it with my coach or other fighters. You could be the most well-trained fighter and going against somebody that maybe have been in the gym for a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
but if your mentality is trash or you are in there doubting yourself or something's just off in your mind, like consistently, and I don't mean just like a tiny thing. I mean like, you just off and second guessing yourself, and that person that's hardly experienced at all just has complete and total faith in themselves.
Uh-huh.
They are going to whoop that pro's behind, because it is so much more of a mental thing, because it doesn't matter how great you are, how good you are, if you are the mental side will paralyze you. And that's in anything,
Mm.
in a relationship, in work, business,
Yeah.
whatever the case is. If you are second guessing yourself, it is going to be your downfall. And it is something that I'm also able to take into other areas, because I had to become so conscious of my mindset and um, how I'm thinking about things, how I'm analyzing things. It
Mm-hmm.
is what facilitated me starting to go to therapy and take more of an interest in my mental health.
Right.
Uh,
I can.
to finish answering your question, you said, yeah, you said preparation. I mean, the daily work of being in the gym,
Mm-hmm.
learning, training, conditioning, weight training, even diet and rest. It is not just oh, I got to fight on this date. All right, let's go ahead and start getting ready. It is, as a professional, it should be a consistent daily thing of working towards that and getting myself better, or improving something.
Right. So okay, when we about to wrap up, I promise. With the
Okay, you good?
not gonna be like even the guy I interviewed last week, and this is my homeboy, but I was like, bro, like I know dude don't be on the phone for hours, like
Look,
that ain't
hey,
what we
I
do.
already told I have uh marriage counseling Zoom call
Okay.
for with me and my fiance at like a little after 10. They usually get started about that. Other than that, I was just like, we probably gonna be in there rapping. I ain't even worried about it.
Okay. Cool.
I
Cool.
already set aside my time. It's all good.
Oh, that's a different option that presented itself too. So
Talk to me.
so how is your fiance
Mm-hmm.
as it relates to you
Mm-hmm.
being in that profession?
Mm-hmm. Well, she gotta be cool with it. She met me. I was already doing this, or at
Okay.
least um, you know, training and whatnot. But I think that is another thing that was important to me, or let me know that, yeah, I picked the right one,
Yeah.
because even after losses, her main concern, outside of course, making sure I'm, okay, physically and mentally, was just that I am not giving up on this, because she
Mm.
knows this is something that I love and, want to do, and a dream that I have. So she wants to, she's been around long enough and seen enough people in the gym where it can break you. You can just,
Yeah.
you quit on it. Ain't nobody making you do this.
Yeah.
I can very much easily like, yeah, no, I'm good on that. So that, you know, just not and she said it before. Just like, I don't want to see you give up on what's important to you and what you love. And that means a lot.
That is a lot. That's great. Wow.
Yes, sir.
So you did get a good one. You did get a good one. I think.
I'm telling you.
Now, how long y'all been together before now?
We have been together for just over a year.
Okay.
Well, we've been friends for probably going on 3, I would suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you I'm terrible with time.
Good.
But yeah, going on 3.
That's good, bro. I think, and look, I'm giving you old Unc
Hey
vibes.
man, hit me with it.
So I'm gonna say when it comes to, you know, them supporting us, I think it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for us to do, especially in the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. It starts to morph just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a bad way, but I think the level of growth that both of y'all do, I don't know how much you're pouring into her, like as far as helping her dig for the dream and whatever the dream. But bruh, that's gonna be a big deal in the next.
So
Go ahead.
So my fiance, one of her multiple passions is she is an artist. Outside of just, you know, visual, she makes jewelry out of polymer clay and makes T-shirts and does paint boxes and different things like that. And on many occasions, I have been up in this office or at a vendor stand or whatever, making earrings, setting up tables, putting stuff together, printing up labels, shipping out orders.
Yeah.
The slave label sweatshop, if you will. Absolutely. The silent guy in the back room.
Yeah.
I'm definitely there and definitely making sure I do my best to support her in the way that she supports me. I definitely say I can't keep up with her. That girl good. That's why I got a good one. But I do what I can.
That's good, bro. That's good. I definitely wish y'all Godspeed. Because I do feel like, and I ain't getting spiritual and none of that stuff, but
hey man,
I do feel like
what you talking?
Now it is an attack on traditional families and you know the families that create. Now I'll leave it at that because I got a few about, you know. But,
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, but I can appreciate when somebody is going all in and saying, okay, nah, we're not gonna common law the relationship. We've been together for 10 years, so it's like we married anyway. So like, you know, I can appreciate that, bro. I can appreciate.
Yeah, no, I mean, even if I was going to, she wasn't giving me that option. She was like, we was friends for a while, and then we became official. And she was just like, all right, so how long are we gonna do this? What's your timetable look like? I ain't about to be sitting here. I'm like, all right, dang, yeah, girl, you know,
yeah.
I was like, give me a year, give me a year. This is like next month. So what you're saying is you got a date on this. You got plans for this, right? I'm like, dang, all right, give me at least 8 more months.
Now on the music side of things, are you still active?
Nah.
Okay.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
I at the time when I started looking at fighting, I had been doing music for about I was probably about 9 years because I was just shy of 10.
I was about to say about 10. Go ahead.
Yeah, and oh man, I mean, just getting burned out, like just it's just so much. You pour so much into it, and you know, just for things to not always pan out or still just whatever, trying to get people to hear stuff and you know do it just doing work, just grind.
Right.
And feeling burnt out, and I was my passion for the fighting stuff and the jujitsu and the training was really growing on that, and I had my first fight opportunity that got presented to me, and I wanted to take the date, but somebody had booked me for their
Like a
their
wedding or
wife's
something?
birthday,
Okay.
but they had booked me like 6 or 8 months in advance. It was something from the previous year. He had booked me a while ago.
Okay.
And I was like, if it had been any other situation, I'd have bailed on these people so hard. But I was just like, man, this man that made this whole event around around me being there and being the entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I was so mad that it was going to keep me from doing what I really wanted to do. I realized at that moment, I was like, oh, this will never happen again. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done. I realized in that moment which one I was more invested in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I can't do both. And I know which one has to go. Uh, and it required some like training required so much of me in my mental bandwidth, in
Mm-hmm.
my time. And then I still got a day job, not to
Yeah.
mention, still having a
You gotta eat.
relationship and stuff. Yeah, I got to eat. I still want to tend to my relationships, my friendships, whatever. I was like, hey, there's only but so many hours in the day.
Yeah.
And so I just set it to the side. And, every once in a blue moon, I might pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
My fiance, she be so sad that I don't be singing stuff anymore. And so, like, for our after I had proposed, we did a engagement shoot,
Okay.
and I had wrote her. I ended up writing her a song for that, and surprising her with that during the shoot, and we got some nice footage of that. I'll probably end up doing something at the wedding
Yeah.
for her.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I pretty much decided while I'm doing this fighting thing, that's gonna be on the back burner. I can always go back.
Yeah.
I can never be too old to decide that I want to, mess with my music, even if I'm just producing or just making it just for myself. So,
Well, I appreciate the honesty because it's for me, right? And I kind of had that
hmm
same epiphany. Um,
hmm
except for I would say I was a little bit dumb, a little bit slow, but
hilarious.
I went from bruh. I started in middle school. My first MD job at a church was
mm.
in middle school, 8th grade.
So
Like
you've been in it.
like over adults in 8th grade.
Uh huh.
So
Uh huh.
I went all the way from 8th grade to 2015 when my first daughter
hmm
was born, and like actually playing in church. I'm always be active producing, but
Yeah.
playing in church, gigging, getting out and me and Shamil performing. I
Yeah.
think when she came out, bruh, I was like, it's not serving me.
Yeah.
It's not it's not making me feel
It
uh
made you reevaluate everything.
yeah. I was just
Yeah.
like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And even when I come back home, like every time I come to North Carolina, boy, I know you
hmm
still whooping that organ. I'm like, nah, I'm done.
what part of North Carolina are you from?
I'm from Winston-Salem.
Oh, okay. Oh, not the Trey Fall.
Yeah, bruh.
Not the Trey Fall.
Yeah. And I mean, I
That.
love the city,
hmm
Oh, but nah, you get now if you want me to coach you, you be doing some business coaching.
Uh huh.
You want me to help you develop content. You need
hmm
I got you. But
hmm
you want me to play at your church? Now, even the guy down here, he was like, bruh, I give you 5 a Sunday. I like that, bruh. That still ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it, dog.
Yes, sir. Yesterday's price is not today's
Oh,
price.
there you go. There you go.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. So, and my thing is, and it's interesting you said it like that because I'm also realizing just as in coming into this new space of preparing to be a husband and head of household
Right.
that actually has people in it, not just me. That ain't the same. Being
Yeah.
head of household and it's just you
Yeah. Yeah.
and one room.
Yeah.
Head of an actual household of people. It changes my mindset. It gives me a different focus and a different uh, feeling of responsibility, a different
Yes.
perspective. And I haven't even reached fatherhood yet. This is just and the thought and, anticipation of it. So I very much get that. Where was I going? Come on, bring it back to me. Bring it back to me, Jesus.
It's
Mm-hmm.
look if you're talking about the responsibility and you getting the epiphany that you need to do something different, bruh. Okay. On the tier of things, once you get married, the feeling you gon' look. I'm telling you how you gonna feel.
Hey, go ahead, hit it with it, man.
Once you get married, you get the feeling of slight anxiety, but you're gonna be cool. You're gonna be cool. You're like, yo, I got my queen. We gonna take over this and that.
Yeah.
And then the newlywed stuff kind of wears off, and then it gets into the work of the relationship, like digging into, okay, what past things do we both have to deal with? With family, with friends. How do you do conflict resolution in the marriage state? Like, it's different.
So and this gonna be a future book here. I don't know, but we are heavily invested in this relationship space and mentality space as when we started. My first therapy session we went to as a couples therapy session. I specifically went there though after fight loss, and my coach at the time kind of psychoanalyzing me a little bit and was just like, the issue I was having in the fight, what he was saying was, I have an issue with opening up, and because I don't want to be open and vulnerable in life, it showed itself in the cage where I didn't want to be open enough to throw a punch. And in order to be willing, to strike somebody, you also have to be willing to get hit. And it was just like, it was a parallel for life. And I was watching my video, but I was like, dang, you
that's good, bro.
You eat me up right now.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even deny any of the things. And so with that as a catalyst, it kind of put me all into in almost not to the same amount of time, but the same level of interest or intensity that I put into physically building myself. I became invested in this mental space. And again, shout out to my wonderful fiance, where I have somebody that my favorite thing about our relationship and the person that I chose as my partner, or the person that chose me, is our communication, our ability to problem solve, to break things down, even if we can't figure it all out in that moment, and it has to be time taken later, or you gotta take some cool out space. But she gets so bothered by the idea of when everybody says, oh, stuff is going to be so different when you get married, or or the idea specifically that marriage has to be hard.
Yeah, it don't have to be.
In so much as it does not have to be. We are very conscious and we are not disillusioned with the idea that, oh, it's just going to be fairy tales and rainbows in no shape or form. We understand that aspect of it. It's going to be working in terms of the compromise. And we out here, we both grew up in church, but we shacking up. Yeah. And so, we got less than 6 months until it's gotten right in the terms of, we'll be officially married. But in
look, you don't want to get me started with that either. I'm like, bro. Because I mean, okay, like being in church so long, it's a lot of stuff that we learned. Get into it. Okay, like the idea of shacking up, right? For me, I'm just like, okay, well, logically, how?
Come on, hit him with the logic.
How do you learn a person on that level, and not even having sex, like just on a human level? Like, how do you know? Okay, well, they don't like to clean up. They don't do this. This is how they react when they had a hard day. This is what this looks like before.
So here, oh, let's get into it. Yeah, we getting into the. Oh, I'm excited about this. So there are things that are not going to come up or you wouldn't see potentially until you are living with a person. What the issue is we're in a culture where it's so how we learn to date is already
Yeah.
it's wrong. There's an
Mm-hmm.
error in it.
Yep.
We are trained from youth to be together, and if something doesn't work out or you don't like it or whatever, like it's on to the next one.
Yeah, you break
Don't
up.
this ain't right, whatever. And it is a that is how we are trained. And so when you get into a relationship that's leading to marriage or in a marriage, your default when you're like, oh, this ain't working.
I'm
This
out.
they don't. I'm out. I guess I gotta find me something else. And that was also something that I had to change about my thinking is understanding I am in this for life.
Yeah.
Like this is somebody that I'm settled, that I'm choosing to build the rest of my life with. It. In doing that, it does not matter what the issue is. I vetted them and prayed about this enough that we have enough basis of things that I know I can build a life with this person. Everything else we will have to figure out. If it came to it where I didn't live with her and we um, moved in together and it turns out, oh, she's really messy or doesn't clean up well or snores at night or, you know, whatever the case is, that is not something that is overpowering the person that I see that's going to raise my children, the
Right.
person that's going to be there if I got a diagnosis or something like that is going to be there taking care of the house and the kids and elemental P.
Mm-hmm.
I will figure these other things out. We will have conversations. We will talk. We will grow, and it will be okay. But
Beautiful.
if we are in such a culture where by default, I'm like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
really like this, or they don't look like, or they don't
Yep.
wear the things I'm used
Yep.
to them girls that I dated wearing, blah blah
Yep.
blah. I don't know if this is gonna work out. I don't feel that spark,
Yeah.
that spark, which is also a miscellaneous
Teach, bruh.
ethereal
Teach,
thing that
bruh.
just it's not real. It does not it does not carry. And when you're looking for someone that you are going to spend 20, 30, 40 years, do you think how they put the toilet paper on the toilet roll is gonna matter in 20 years after y'all have raised children, after
Right.
y'all have been down and out together, after y'all have faced who knows what? You are not gonna be worried about these things. It's not
Right.
important.
Yeah. That's good, bro. Listen. I'm confident. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. Let me give you a clap for that, bro. Nah,
I appreciate that.
you're gonna be good because I think a lot of the youngins that I have, I either coach. A lot of them are financially well off, but
Hmm.
as a man, what comes along with being financially well off is feeling like you control everything.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
a marriage, that's a no go. So I
Uh-huh.
hear these conversations, I be like, bruh, no, like, if
Mhm.
I got to get it every night, bro. If I don't get it, I'm like, okay, I hear you,
Mhm. You
I hear
talk
you.
all that. You got talk all of that stuff now, man. You talk all of that stuff now.
But bruh,
And,
this is great. To wrap everything up, where can people find you? What's coming up next? I know.
all right. Oh man, this is funny. I used to have a whole spiel when I did music. That thing went hard. I don't. It's not the same anymore. My artist name, and so I still kept it as on social media because I don't know. I still have it. Aren't I'm not totally ready to let go.
Okay.
So Justin the Beloved is my Instagram. That's probably where I'm most active.
Okay.
Working at being better about being active. Also, as I'm getting more into this relationship uh, space of talking about relationships and that. healthy journey, whatever you want to call it. My fiance and I also, put out content, probably working on a podcast, maybe because she's nodding at me. Yes.
Okay.
And other things. And then I know we got the beloved Dorsey's page. I repost that a lot in my stuff. Any fights and stuff coming up, I'm waiting on my next fight date at the moment. The second I get one, that's going to be posted up there. I have also a Facebook page, which is also Justin the Beloved.
Okay. We'll put everything at the bottom so y'all see it. So y'all ain't even got to worry about looking for it. It's going to be right there in the bottom. So, I got to see you fight, bro. I got to see you fight. Fun.
Hey, man, let's do. I might. I know my coach was talking to me about one of the dates. He was talking about me fighting somebody's son coming up soon. Was actually supposed to be in Georgia, so we'll see. We'll see that. I'll obviously send that y'all's way because now that it's a real person, we can see the connection.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, like, between boxing and MMA fighting, that's the only thing I watch. I don't watch football. I don't watch. I don't watch basketball. Nothing. I just never was that guy, But fighting, I was introduced by Tyson, and I fell in love with it, bro. Fell in love with it.
It's good stuff. It is good stuff,
bro. It's been real. I wish you guys speed. Let me know when you're gonna be fighting. We're gonna be there, cheering you on. Hopefully, I'm gonna say hopefully you win it. We gonna go in confident, bro. We gonna go in confident.
There's always the chance, but no, we gonna speak those things.
There we go.
We knocking blank heads off. That's what we about. That's what we on.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, bro, and I will holler at you.
I appreciate you too, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right, peace.
Later.
Justin Dorsey in the building. All right, so we got a few little things to do before we wrap everything up on our end with the family, the Mad Lucrative family. So, y'all saw we got new camera people. We're good on that. But now we are going to start getting cast people. We're going to cast people for the movies that we have coming up. Yes, we have. Listen. Yep. Indeed, movies. So, please, if you are an actor or you want to be an extra in any of our films, I'm going to put our email down below. It's Drofar Media. That's our media company. And I know we got Christmas movie. We got Mom's Musical. So we got 2 movies that we're working on this year. So please make sure you keep in contact with us. If you are in the Georgia, Atlanta area, hit us up. We need you. On the producing end, if you are a producer, songwriter, artist that want to promote on our podcast, please send all of your emails to now. It's no longer Magneto 7 Booking, huh? We got family now, huh? Send all of your information to the Mad Lucrative Podcast at gmail.com. Again, Mad Lucrative Podcast at gmail.com. Is it a the in the beginning? No, the. So just Mad Lucrative Podcast at gmail.com. We will be looking for all of y'all that want to be a part of the family. We got a lot of cool stuff that's coming up. And I'm proud to say that the baby is developing. It's no longer a toddler. Well, it's probably still a toddler. Like, it's not a teenager yet, but it's not a little bitty baby no more. Like, the Mad Lucrative Network is growing, and I'm proud to say that I'm a part of it. So I'll holler at y'all. Till next week, y'all. Peace.